if my parents left Iran, you know, and I was born in the UK, and then we came to the US, and I grew up on American pop culture. It's like the DNA food for my soul and personality of like the person that I have grown up to be. It's a big part of it, and I wouldn't have that if they hadn't kept going and kept looking for more. And so it's undeniable to me that if my parents hadn't left and come to America, I wouldn't have made this movie. It would be like when Marty McFly goes back and the picture disappears, like if his mom and dad had never met, that's what it would be like. This movie would just disappear if they hadn't come. I was telling an Iranian story about Iranian characters in this Iranian place, and of course I always knew I would never be doing it in Iran. First of all, I'm not an Iranian who lives in Iran. I live in, California. Because of the content of the film, even if I wanted to, I probably would never be able to shoot a film like this there. It was really just like Frank Miller's Sin City. It was a complete, full-blown graphic world. And I started filling it in with all these wonderful Iranian artists I knew living in LA and living in different places in Europe. And along the way, I kind of subconsciously or consciously realized that we are all similar and that we all are Iranian and are somehow very, very close to the fact that we are Iranian, but we're not of that world. And so it's kind of, in a way, Bad City became like our Iran, because it became really a true mashup of all the things that we are, which is our parents and our parents' Iran, but also America and Europe and all these influences of pop culture that we grew up on. It kind of became a place for all of us. One of the big things I cared about with Bad Batch and was interested in and thinking about was like the systems that we exist in, all these different people. If you really want to look at it and be honest about like human existence right now, even the people doing the most heinous things, they feel justified in their reality. Like everyone is right because they're them, and that's their human life. And they have a reason for how come they think how they do. Even though like it seems crazy to me or you or someone else, it's like they have suffered or they have been put into a crazy system. And there's so many of them, these systems that we have to deal with. And yeah, I think what I like about Arlen is that she just keeps looking beyond the walls that are around her. I do like that.
Why did you write a character that's so lonely?
I think like I'm very comforted by my loneliness, which is very like a palpable thing that I feel like I generate most of my power from. I feel like it gets a bad rap and is like has really bad PR and is misunderstood. And I think solitude is where you get to check in with yourself in really real ways, and all the stuff that, because really being a human being is a very singular, private, internal experience. Like no matter what, you're lonely. You just don't realize it. And maybe it's okay, and maybe there's something there. A film is like a dream. It's the opportunity to work inside of a dream. A film is really a place of the mind. There's something fantastical about the world of a film.